Well, today I'm hunting. I'm hunting for cows because I made an agreement with a guy that on this side of the barranca, this side of the ravine, he can put his cows there for 2 months. Now, cows are actually controversial in many ways. They're a really interesting part of human culture for the way that they're kept, and milk and genetics and effect on land. I'm not a huge fan of cows, to be honest. Mostly I find them boring, and I also get concerned that they're going to do something random. So I don't know. They never do, but I was looking at them and I can't tell what they're thinking. I don't know what they want. And sometimes I frighten them, like I surprise them, which of course surprises me. We're going to go through this gate now. This gate leads us to the land of cows and cow experimentation. Now the cool thing is that I didn't get cows. These are not my cows. That's the gate right there. I should machete some crap around here and make this gate easier to use. Anyway, so this guy is going to put 10 cows on a little over 20 acres. Let's just call it 20 acres, okay? Also, a lot of it isn't places at all where there's much for them to eat. It's largely, well, there's different sections of it. But what I'm going to do is document this entire cow experiment of putting cows into a piece of land. The reason I can do it here is because almost the entire fence was intact, and it is either fixed now or being fixed. It has very distinct biological areas. We really want to see the entire other side of the barranca as a set of microclimates, as a set of special spots that are different than others, and adjust anything we do with planting or food forest farming to the exact microclimate that there is. And of course, we also consider what changes we might make for human use. And then we try and balance those all together. This is all complicated as heck. It'll make your head explode. So let's skip that. Let's just think about cows. So we pass through the barranca down here. We pass through that new gate. It's just wires. It's barbed wire and some posts. Well constructed. I should take some pictures of it and stuff so we can copy it. These guys are good farmer dudes. The dude asked me the day before yesterday, in the morning, I hear Brian, and I'm like, oh fuck. Because, I don't really like when things happen very much. Unless they're good. In this case, it was good. And he says, can I put my cows on your property? Because my friend told me, because I had told my friend, and that you have all this grass over there and you wouldn't mind grazing something. And this guy doesn't have very much grazing property, especially because the forests are getting cut down to be replaced with avocados, in which no animals are allowed. Plus, the only thing there is avocados and grass. The truth is, they would clear out the grass really well. It's almost like the miniature cows would be great, but it's actually against the rules for them to graze anything in there. This is dumb, isn't it? Although they do use chemicals too. And this shit's clean here. These are clean plants. I don't know what they spray on the avocados, so we're here. Look, that's a walk just up to this hill here. There's the initial hill. That's the barranca. Now we're here on really an amazing place. And I've covered a lot in other videos. This is called the Far Side. And we're watching forests all in here come in really quickly where I cut pine trees. And it's coming in as really balanced mixed forest, okay? There's not a lot of madrones here. There's a few, and I'd like to encourage those. In any area where there isn't something, I'll probably want to encourage, especially if it's a madrone, since that's one of the most magic trees here. But anyways, we got oaks are just skyrocketing up. Fantastic to see. And possibly we can sculpt them and alter them. I mean, you can imagine making a giant oak that looked like a bonsai. I'm talking 20 feet tall. Like 4 meters or big, And then you got some acacia in here that's not super interesting to me unless we find a good use for it. You've got the pines are coming in quickly as well. When we cut the pines, we left pines to seed for more pines. Also, there were already baby pines because there's babies, but most of the babies die because they're shaded out by all the adults. Good reason to think about the use of youth in your culture, actually. This is a very youthful forest. It's fantastic. It represents tremendous opportunity. By the way, I'm getting close to where the cows would be. I mean, this is all, by the way, this is all view of the lake in here, or potential view. And so one of the things I'm doing is sculpting it. This is exciting. Is sculpting it and figuring out, okay, how can we have the maximum biodiversity in this thing and also have huge bunches of the best view that there can be in a way that's also shared so that multiple people can see it. As opposed to what everyone says. I think I might have met a couple people who didn't say this, but almost everybody's like, there's a good view here. I'm going to put my house right here. No, don't do that. We should actually take topographical maps and seek out where the views are before we even develop a land and say, well, the best spots should be in some kind of shared use from the get-go. Zone it right. You know, because retrofitting is very difficult and you don't want to be stealing people's land and getting in land use conflicts over who can build what where. No, you design the fucker right in the, you design the thing right in the first place. And this is hard. And you have to figure out what rules you're living by. And there's people, and there's like landscape designers, city designers who have tried to figure this out. And I, like Cavassier and all these guys. And I've read a bunch of things about urban design. I've been fascinated with it for years and toying with these ideas and looking at buildings. Moving to Mexico, actually. People are always interested in how Mexico changed me. They think it affected my art or this or that. I'll tell you, architecturally it changed me. Because it made me view how a neighborhood could work differently. Really seeing it. And the problem is that if I was just to visit, I don't think I'd be able to learn that. And so that makes me think, if I learned that much, then I gotta live somewhere else. If my architectural thoughts, I'm done. I'm just gonna deal with what I got probably. I don't have time to travel. But I think if I was to be somewhere, I'd want to stay at least a month and really think about architecture. Because normally if you're traveling, you're not thinking about architecture all the time, but really look at how it functions for them. Now, some of that I can study from afar, but there are certain details of how something feels. Because when we talk about architecture, I think we think too much about the building. And I know that some people, I guess, there's ways of thinking about how a person interacts with a building. The building as this multi-sensory case around the person or people, because they're usually shared, right? And I don't know that we're always looking at that the right way. So what do we got here? I have not found any cows. We're hunting for cows. That's the point, right? Distracted by architecture and stuff. All right, well, this is a little tiny bridge that comes over into the Bosque, from outside the Bosque. This is the barrier between my world and everyone else's. It's just a small wooden bridge that has rotting planks. Be careful. I should replace it. Or get rid of it. So let's see. This doesn't have a lock on it right now. It's supposed to, and it will. It does normally. But I'm not sure how these cows are going to get in. I assume this gate's the only option. So I think what I'll do is I'll have to put in a lock that's shared. Like he has a key and I have a key. Because I want it to be easy for him. And then I need an extra key when someone loses their damn key. So no cows today, yet. Well, let's talk about it anyway, because we're hunting for the idea of cows then, today, because we can't get actual cows. This is the entryway on the north side. It's the Green Gate, a tiny bridge. The bees are up there. I would recommend staying away from them generally, because they're busy doing what they do, and you should do some other things. Unless, like, the beekeeper guy is here and can show you what he does. That's fine. In fact, you can inquire about that if you're interested in beekeeping. So what I'm going to do is actually, because I'm interested in the ecological impact of these cows, right? I want to know in a place exactly what occurs when you have cows for 2 months in this kind of exact environment. Because everybody online tells me things, and I try and read things, and I don't always understand. Sometimes I do. I don't have a lot of experience with big cows and things. I have very little interest, so I've read some things, but not that much. Oh, we're making charcoal down there too. Let's walk down there. Fuck it. Also, I got to check and see if the fence is fixed down there and over here. The thing is, what's great is these guys are motivated to fix the fence because they need to protect their cows. So I don't really have to check their work. If you're paying someone to do something, you have to check their work, which is very annoying. So here's garbage. See the garbage? A orange peel, which is fine. That's actually not garbage. That's, in fact, fertilizer. So the oil bottle for the chainsaw is not really that biodegradable, and that looks more like garbage to me. Garbage happens. Look at this garbage. There's more garbage. So there's a snack thing here and a plastic bottle for some kind of drink. What I should do when there's people here, I should set up comfort stations very quickly so that anybody involved in the Bosque, even for a temporary time, has an easy way to drink water. And I should give them a water bottle. The other option is, well, we can have fill things so that they can just reuse regular water bottles. That's fine, because regular water bottles actually work. They're cheap, and they're available as garbage everywhere. If we turn those into refillable canteens in the Bosque, then there'll be at least those people who are coming to the Bosque that know, hey, I've got water, and it has to have a small thing that can fill a small spout, because that's the issue is we need to be able to fill small spouts and wide spouts both. And so not only then can we increase the comfort of the people here who might be working on a hot day. I mean, these guys are only here briefly, so they're not that important. But anybody, whether they're a visitor or somebody working on a project, should always have access to be able to fill up their water bottle with good water. And that just should be a basic thing, kind of like a water fountain. In fact, maybe water fountains are a good idea. I tend not to like water fountains because of disease issues, and this is a good thing to wonder about. This has nothing to do with cows, by the way, unless it was mad cow disease. Anyway, so that's another thing is if there's cows here, I should set up a comfort station so that when they have to come and pick up their cows or drop them off, if there's a lot of sun and they just want to sit and rest for a second, or if there's rain and they need a place to hide out. So I need a shelter on this side. I heard a noise. Oh, I'm supposed to be walking down here. Damn, this could be a really nice space. That's why we're doing this video, I guess, is to share with you this idea of the big cow experiment and how that fits into a larger goal. The cows are temporary. My predictions. First of all, I haven't done cows because I'm against them generally in a variety of ways. But I also know that, there have been ruminants in different climates. There used to be more deer here. Now, when I think of ruminants, I think deer sound a lot cooler than cows. But whatever. Maybe I'll get to like cows. In fact, I would like to get miniature cows. They have miniature cows, that are just the same as big ones, I think. I don't know if they have any special health problems or something. But they look cute as hell. And I'd rather have 3 little cows than 1 big cow, partly because I'm afraid of cows. Hi, fuckers. Don't make that kind of noise. We're not going to play if you're going to make that noise. You're a cutie. Where's your daddy? Oh, there he is. All right, let's go over and visit Don Carbonero. This whole place has changed all in here. It's great. It looks like the fence is moderately up. No, it's not done yet. Maybe that's why there's no cows. It's almost done. Hola, señor. So no cows for now. I'll have to continue that conversation later. Hola.